If you want to have more success in life, you really only need to make one mental shift, and that is to train yourself to want to feel bad. So these days we live in a culture that really values positive emotion. Everyone's sort of seeking to feel good, and we have some type of like morality associated with being happy. It's almost like you've done something wrong if you're not happy. But as somebody that works with a lot of high performers and extremely successful people, one thing that's really important to be able to create success is to actually have a different relationship with what we call negative emotions. So that's fear, sadness, discomfort, the feeling of rejection. If you actually seek these emotions out and you want to feel them, then you'll have a kind of lower barrier to engaging in the types of things you need to engage in to create more success. So for a lot of people these days, they want to try to avoid these types of negative emotions as much as possible. And that does something interesting in the mind. What it does is that it teaches us that we're not strong enough to engage with these emotions. And it teaches us that, okay, if I am avoiding them, then they should be avoided, and probably I can't handle it. But if we change the way we have our relationship with negative emotion and we say, okay, I want to feel these things. I want to feel scared. Like that means I'm pushing myself. I want to feel uncomfortable. That means I'm doing new things. And if we actually want to feel those emotions, it changes our relationship and it teaches us like, oh, okay, I can handle this because I've chosen this. And that's the key thing, is that when we choose something psychologically, it changes everything. Because when we don't choose something, then we have this kind of like victim type of situation that really stresses us out. And autonomy is literally one of the most important variables for our psychology. An example I like to give is like, okay, imagine that you were in prison for a week out of your own volition versus you were in prison for a week out of not your own volition, out of force. Those would be completely two different experiences, right? And so if you choose to feel bad and you realize this is actually what I want in life, because it knows, it means that I'm growing, it means that I'm pushing myself, it means that I'm pursuing things that are worthwhile to me, then it changes everything. And it reduces your anxiety because now your mind realizes like, oh, I can handle this because I chose it. And the more you avoid things, the more you avoid negative emotion, the stronger that anxiety will grow because your mind will realize, oh, we can't handle that because we're trying to run away from it. So choose to feel bad. It's a very strange thing to talk about. But if you choose to feel bad out of your own choice, then it will make things so much better and you'll be able to actually accomplish the things you'd like to accomplish.